all these doors kept closing. Everything kept happening. Worse after worse after worse. Like everything was getting worse. Everything was going downhill. Nothing was working in my favor. I have a bomb resume. I had great references, but I'm not from Charlotte. So I didn't have any connections. I didn't really know anybody there. I really only knew 2 people. And one of those people was my relative who's still in college. So those 2 people that I knew wasn't really much help. And I had to learn how to just let go because I eventually had no choice. The month that I got fired from Amazon, they repossessed my car. My car got repossessed October 1st. So, mind you, the paycheck from June that I moved with, I was supposed to use for my car note. Remember I told you that? They took my fucking car, bitch. October 1st. And I remember because I had just came back from Fayetteville the day before. I came to visit my grandparents, and God works not even mysteriously, but just so wonderfully, because I would have been in that house with no way to go and get these groceries and go and get whatever and make these different moves. Thank God I had already done like my orientation, drug test, and I had gotten like some toiletries and some other things for my grandmothers that I needed. And I'm happy because it's like, what, September. And I'm like, okay, whew. Finally, I can relax, right? Finally, I can start off on a new path and get my life back in order. I had made rent money, doing my odd jobs up to that point. I'm like, these Amazon checks gonna start rolling in, girl. We ain't gonna have no olives. I'm proud of myself. I'm loving my life. Went to Fayetteville, came back and was too tired to get the stuff out my car, get everything out my car. I took the perishables, like my grandma gave me like some frozen meats and whatever. So I took that stuff out and I was like, I'll come back out later and get the rest of that stuff. Later never fucking came because I went to sleep and didn't wake up till 4 o'clock in the morning and they was towing my fucking car. Ain't nothing I could do. I ain't had no bra on and I had on this like turquoise blue nightgown with unicorns and shit on it. I ain't had no shame. I ain't put no shoes on. All I saw was them orange lights on my blinds and the backup noise. And I was like, what the fuck? Then it clicked and I ran outside and they had done took my shit, man. They took my car. I love my Chrysler. That was my baby. When I first got it, I ain't tell nobody because the people who was around me who I would have told wasn't really my friends. So I was proud of myself for orchestrating that and getting that. And it was a nice ass whip too. Leather seats, tinted windows, chrome, all. It was a nice ass car. I got compliments on the color every time I drove it somewhere. I love that car. It was just, that was my baby. And at one point, I felt like, God, as long as I got my car, I'm good. I don't need nothing else. As long as I got this car, I got somewhere to stay, and I got a way to make money, period. That's just how I think. Like worst case scenario type of survival mechanisms. So when they took my car, I was like, how am I getting to work? I started a job on October 3rd that I've been excited about. I just told my grandma, like, what am I going to do now? And to my friend's credit, Raven and Athena really took care of me during that time. My work hours was graveyard shift, and they both have smart children. Both of those ladies made it their business to make sure I could get to and from work. And I was never sitting outside waiting. I was never late. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate my friends for that, seeing me through. But shit, it was only 2 weeks. It felt like forever, but it really wasn't. Well, maybe 3 weeks. It might have been 3 weeks. Give myself a little more credit. So I saw like 2 paychecks from Amazon. And then I was down again. Like, now I got to figure out something else. But like I said, I had low-key been burning the candle at both ends up until that point anyway. So I didn't give up. I definitely didn't give up. I actually started a business. but it wasn't lucrative enough to avoid eviction. So that's what ended up happening. During my process of planning for this eviction, so many people showed me who they are. And I'm not even saying that in a negative way at all. It's just simply as what I said. People showed me who they are instead of who I thought they were in my life and the role I thought they should play and the things I'm not entitled to, but what I would expect, you know, from certain people, especially based on the way these people act when everything is going good and the promises people make when the sun is shining, you know, and then the rain come and everybody make excuses. That's exactly what happened. And several people were antagonists. To their credit, they thought they were helping. Like, you know, I have people around me who do care, but it was my first time dealing with a real adult situation and not knowing that some people you just don't talk to about it. You tell them what happened and when it's better. Or you let them see your YouTube video on Facebook and that's when they find out what happened. But not everybody is the person that you need to be running to in times of trouble and in times of need. And I was able to identify my real friends because those were the people who talked to me as if I am who I am. I had genuine friends of mine who talk to me as if I'm somebody who has struggled and succeeded as much as I have. Somebody who's very young with a lot of opposition still against them, who managed to wake up every day and bring some positivity into their lives. Somebody who's accomplished, somebody who's poised, somebody who's direct, somebody who has business ideas, you know what I mean? Like, with the work ethic that they are trying to get to, they talk to me as if I was that person. And so those are the people who I'm gonna break off when I run into some money. Those are the people who I'm gonna sit and listen to all night if I have to. Those are the people I'll go to the ends of the earth for. I ended up moving back to Fayetteville in December 2019. It was like mid-December. And no, it was actually, I think it was like the week of Christmas. I think Christmas was on a Monday this year, so it was like right before Christmas. I moved here and I was so tired. I didn't even enjoy Christmas. I ate one plate of food and I laid down and I was asleep the whole, I don't even know how many hours, but it was like 9 o'clock when we left. I was asleep the whole day. I was still recovering from my panic attacks. When I moved to Charlotte, my anxiety upgraded to chest pains. It was like these sharp pains that when I realized I needed to go to the doctor, I was on the phone with my cousin Ty, and it took my breath away. I had to stop talking to catch my breath and let the pain kind of ease off. And so her husband had like suggested something that I try to clear the blockage or whatever, and he was like, tilt your head back to the left and cough. And I did that and I felt like a pain. I told myself that was mucus or phlegm or whatever clearing out from around that area, but it didn't help. It did not help. I was still having pain. I was still having panic attacks. I couldn't sleep. Man, I was really bad off. But I did have some angels just kind of drop in my life and play whatever role they needed to play just to get me over that hump. So I ended up going to the hospital. They ran all these tests, all type of hormones and stuff like that. And I was like, no, you ain't had no heart attack. Oh no, you don't have a heart condition. Oh no, you don't have this, you don't have that. So there was nothing to blame it on but stress. And I can't say that I don't have that. I've always been self-sufficient. I've always been good. I mean, I entered college by myself. Did college by myself. Graduated and entered the workforce and started a life for myself by myself. So I've never been without by my own doing. I've only been without when I've depended on people to try to make my load easier, or try to prove that they love me, or try to prove their dedication. And it never happens. That's the only time that I have lack, is when other people don't do what they claimed that they were going to do. So, for the most part, life has been good here. I still feel the pain in my chest every now and then, even when I'm calm. But my anxiety is almost non-existent. But the beauty in what I've been going through and my come up and being able to live with someone I would have never expected to open their doors to me has been more kind and more gracious and more generous than my own family. I'm not related to this person at all. But they've taken better care of my mental and spiritual health than the family that I was born into. Just keep it real. And sometimes that's how it is. And it's not nobody's fault. It's not an opportunity to bash anybody. Don't go and being like, oh, sis, get it? Oh, yes, I am finna cuss my mama out. Do not cuss your mama out. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge that you're not going to get God's blessings in the way that you're supposed to get them. Just be grateful for what you get and worry about the fallout later, if there is any. So, I'm happy. I'm peaceful. I'm broke as hell. I'm calm. I'll be working out. I just got an offer for a really good job. So just waiting on like the background check and everything like that to come through. But for the most part, life is really good. Better than it's ever been. And I have way less than I've ever had. I started working when I was 17 years old and ain't stopped since until I hit that brick wall when I was living in Charlotte. So now that I'm back in my hometown, I low-key had like some apprehension about the people that I would see and just the way things are here, the lack of industry. But all my needs have been provided for. I haven't had steady work in months. And the job that I did get, I think like in last month. I started the job last month, and by the end of the month, they let me go. Now, they could have called the good sis and let her know, we don't need you today. Actually, we don't need you at all. It would have saved me $10 in Lyft. But no, they waited till I got there to be like, oh, we don't need you today. And then I just wasn't scheduled. Reason being, oh, we can't afford to pay you no more. Sorry. Hey, girl, you, what? Like, this should have been something you pulled me to the side to let me know. Don't blow it up in my face and then explain. Like, come on now. Come on now. We all do got bills to pay. But I'm grateful for this opportunity because when that happened, I wasn't worried. I didn't start getting anxious and worked up. I wasn't concerned about my needs and my survival or any of that. Every single day since I got dropped from Amazon, since I got fired from Amazon in October 2019, if you call my phone, I'm gonna pick up the phone. My phone ain't never been cut off. I've had to haggle with T-Mobile, but my phone ain't never been cut off. I ain't never just been down and out, not have my feminine hygiene products, not be able to brush my teeth, not be able to beat my face, not be able to put no clothes on. All my basic needs have been provided for. So when I lost my job, it was really their loss because I made this place look good. You know what I'm saying? You want me around. But yeah, everything's cool. I'm just more so looking forward to the come up and how God is gonna put all the pieces together, how he's gonna build me up to be the woman that I was more so destined to be instead of the woman that I was determined to be, based on being headstrong and independent and successful and all those good things. Yes. But I feel like I'm shedding that old skin and transitioning into my womanhood with a different thought process and different values. So course, as time goes on, I'll keep y'all updated. But bye for now. Thanks for watching.